Hello and welcome to TSG Foundation's Monday Morning Meditations. This month, I'm going to bring you some very interesting visualizations and meditations based on this book, Self-Image, Finding Your True Identity. This is a brand new book that we just received, and it is fantastic. As I was reading it, I also found other very interesting historical notations on how human beings pursue wellness in their entire historical life. For example, in this issue of Archaeology magazine, I found that it says peoples of the ancient world practiced self care with a range of behaviors and rituals that nurtured mind, body, and soul. As far back as 60 AD, we have archaeologists finding all kinds of evidence all over the world, in Europe, in the Americas, North and South, in Asia, in Southeast Asia, in India, everywhere, evidence that people did all kinds of rituals and practices to make sure that they took care of their mind, body, and soul. Don't forget the soul. So, this idea of finding self worth, finding our true self image is nothing new. It's not a product of the 1960s or 70s or 80s of the gurus. It is something as old as the human race itself. Why is that? Because at the core of it, here's what Torkom says in this beautiful book, Thought and the Glory of Thinking. This is really a fantastic, look how big it is, book. On page 348, he writes, "This is why we have a great command. Let your light shine forth. This is the only labor behind all our labors." And today being Labor Day, I thought, how can I bring self-worth to shine your light, to shine who you truly are, and show that who we truly are is reflected in everything we do, everything we think, everything we feel reflects what we think we are. So our self-image is so important, and it has a lot of pressure on the way we live, the choices we make, the kind of internal dialogue we have, everything we do in our life, whether we are successful or not successful, how we think about ourselves is the core labor that we must pursue. If we don't do that, everything we do, everything we do is cosmetic. And at some point, we will have a fractured self-image that we can't really bring up and heal. So it's really important for us to consider our self-image and how to have a beautiful self-image, because it is that important. Let me read for you a couple of paragraphs from page 12, and listen to this very carefully. He says, everyone who follows the spiritual path must try to keep his or her self-image high and beautiful. Okay? Trying to learn the way of those whom they worship and adore. It is from self-worth that the real presence in us emerges. What we do in our daily life, think about this very seriously. Every day, what you do, how you speak, the kind of work you do, the kind of clothes you wear, and self-care depends on how you see yourself. Is it a real way that you really see the real you, or is it distorted? If we do not have an improving self-image or self-worth, we involve ourselves with deplorable activities, showing off, imitation, pretension, and eventually develop a false self and ego. To keep their ego alive, people fall into many crimes. You see, this is so important for all of us at any stage in our life, that we are involved in improving our self-image and self-worth in reality, not pretense. As we develop self-worth, we subjectively, this is catching in my throat because it's that important. You see, I realize the importance of this at every stage of our lives. You're never too old, never too young, never too advanced, to take a look at your self-image at every stage of your life, especially, listen to this carefully, especially when you are going to make big decisions and big changes in your life. You really have to go back to how you see yourself and upgrade it. We constantly need to upgrade our self-image to the reality of what's going on. And we might see ourselves in one way in a 10-year period, and then we have to change it. You see, so I see this in my life, and I see it in many people's lives. If we stick to that old self-image, when new challenges and new needs come up, we will not be able to measure up. We will fall back. Okay? Let me read one more paragraph on page 12. As we develop self-worth, not false worth now, not hype. Okay, I'm great, I'm wonderful, I'm beautiful, I'm divine. That's fine, but do you really believe that? Okay, as we develop self-worth, we subjectively attract those who will help us to unfold and bloom. Here's the secret to abundance, to prosperity, to success. Everything that we want in our life will come to us when we develop that true self-worth. We will subjectively attract those who will help us to unfold and bloom, and those who will carry our message far away. What is our message? By message, I mean our inner radiance, our beingness, and the creative result of our beingness. Your true beauty, your own ideas, your presence will be carried out by when you develop self-worth. Everything you need will come to you, and that will be spread. So in order to do this, I found in this book, starting on chapter 21, part 5 of a seminar that's in this book about developing character and self-image. And this is the section on meditation exercises. So there are several exercises, and we are going to do one every week, and they are just beautiful. So if you are ready, let's start with the first one. And this is very self-confrontational. So just take it a relaxed way, because if you want to change yourself, you have to see yourself the way you are truly. And when I say the way you are truly, it doesn't mean how bad you are. It means truly the way you are, okay? The real inside of you, the real character inside of you. So if you're ready, go ahead and sit comfortably, sit up and keep your chin down a little bit. And as always, what do? Close our eyes, relax, and smile. And just focus and listen to my directions. I will go through this not too slow, not too fast, but if you need to do this again and again, and I suggest you do this for a week, maybe every day for a week, pause the video and stay a little bit longer in it. But always keep your mind alert and engaged. This is not empty mind exercise. Okay, you have to keep those wheels moving in your mind. Okay, so let's go back again, close your eyes, relax, keep your chin down, and put a smile on your face. And for a few minutes, think. Here's the first question. What do you think you are? Okay, just and answer truthfully. Nobody's going to know this but yourself. Confront yourself. Don't panic. Take it like a game. What do you think you are? Be very factual. I am, and fill in the blanks. Be realistic so that you do not project yourself into the future, into potentials. Just see yourself exactly as you are without humiliating yourself. Do not humiliate yourself. Be logical so you engage your logical mind. Second step, Think of your physical body. Look at your physical body. How do you feel about your physical body? And just project yourself like looking at yourself from far away. And look at your physical body and see what it is. Now say, what would you like to change from your physical body? Just enumerate. You can start from the top and go to the bottom, or start from your toes and go up. No criticism, just reality now. Now change into some image that you really like. Your hair, your face, your body, something different. And see that, project that, and just look at it. Look at yourself the way you would like to see yourself. Now hold that physical image and let's go to our emotional self-image. It is a little more difficult, but eventually you can touch it if you want to do this. Look at your emotional body and find out what fears you have. I'll go through this one by one. Fears, anxieties, angers, jealousy. Do you feel revengeful against others, even in your language, in your feelings? Then see the other side. See how fearless you've been in your life. See how beautiful you have been. Your emotions, how loving you've been. How much love you have and you've given. Ask yourself, am I really sincere in my relationships? How much do I pretend and how much of me is real? Just be observant. Keep your mind always in creative motion. Let it investigate, research, find out, discover. Look at your emotional self-image. If I am in my astral body and I look at my astral body, what does it look like? Now put that aside and let's go to the mind, the mental self-image. Try to find the way you think, the way your mind operates. What do you think you are mentally? How is your mind? What do you know? What creativity have you accomplished? What have you created? What do you offer for humanity in your mind? How do you think of humanity? What is the image of your mind right now? See your mind. How stable is it, or chaotic, or fluctuating? And how do you want to build your mind? Now let's go back to our beautiful physical body that we want to create, surrounded with a beautiful emotional body, surrounded with a beautiful mind. And say to yourself, I want to see reality of how I think I am so I can improve myself. Lord, inspire in me the truth. Let me see myself in truth so that I can change what is possible to change and improve myself and find my true self-image in the image of my divine soul. Thank you for joining me. I think you're going to like these exercises. It is from this book, Self-Image, Finding Your True Identity by Gita Saraydarian. For this month of September, we will do several more of these exercises built on each one every time. So if you have time this week, maybe one more time, 3 more times, whenever you want, maybe just once a day, do this exercise the way you want. You don't have to follow my words. Just imagine your physical, emotional, mental body and engage your mind to see the truth and the reality. Because when we see the truth and reality, then we can build a true self-image. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.